Your brand has a pulse. Your story has a voice. Does your media reflect your excellence? Welcome to Vibrant's Creative Services. We bridge the gap between imagination and professional reality. From cinematic corporate documentaries and high-fashion photography to precision drone inspections and event live streaming. We bring the gear, the grit, and the vision. Don't just exist in the market. Dominate it. Vibrant's Creative Services. Professionalism amplified. WhatsApp us at 0750 151458.
The penguin stands at the edge of the colony, a tuxedoed figure against the endless white. The Antarctic light, pale and diffuse, casts no shadow, offers no warmth, illuminates a world of ice and sky that stretch to an indistinguishable horizon. The penguin's body is a study in insulation, layers of dense, waterproof feathers over a thick blanket of blubber, trapping the heat of life against the core, deflecting the wind that howls across the ice at 40 knots. The beak, curved and sharp, points into the gale, and the eyes, dark and liquid, watch for the sign, the signal, the moment when the trek must begin. Behind the penguin, the colony stretches across the sea ice, a vast congregation of identical figures, thousands upon thousands, each one a mirror of the next. They stand in silence, the only sound the wind and the occasional rhythmic call, a trumpeting that rises above the gale and is answered by another, then another, a chorus of life in a land where life seems impossible. The penguins shuffle, shift, adjust, but they do not disperse. They hold together, a living mass of heat and purpose, bound by the imperative that has brought them here to this frozen cradle to breed the next generation. The female moves among them, a slight figure, her belly empty now, the egg transferred, the journey complete. As she turns toward the ice, toward the distant sea, and begins to walk. Others follow, a stream of tuxedoed forms flowing away from the colony, heading north, heading toward the water, toward the food that will replenish the reserves burned in the long fast of incubation. The male watches her go, the egg balanced on his feet, tucked beneath the warm fold of his brood pouch. He does not move. He cannot move. The egg is his purpose now, his charge, his reason for enduring the months of darkness and cold that lie ahead. The blizzard comes without warning. The sky, pale and indifferent, darkens to gray, then to black, and the wind rises to a shriek that drowns all other sound. The snow, fine as dust, drives horizontally, scouring the ice, erasing the world beyond the colony's edge. The penguins draw together, pressing inward, forming the huddle that means survival. The males on the outer edge push toward the center, and those in the center are slowly pushed to the edge. A slow, continuous rotation that shares the burden of exposure, that ensures no single bird bears the brunt of the wind for too long. The penguin is on the edge. The wind tears at his feathers, finds the tiny gaps, steals the heat that his body struggles to produce. The cold is a living thing, a predator that seeks the warmth within that would kill him if he stood alone. But he is not alone. The bodies press against him from behind, a wall of warmth, of shared existence, of the collective defiance of the cold. He shuffles forward, following the movement of the huddle, working his way toward the center, toward the relative warmth of the mass. The egg, still balanced on his feet, shifts slightly, and he adjusts, a tiny movement of the beak nudging it back into place, ensuring it never touches the ice, never feels the killing cold. Hours pass, days. The blizzard howls on, and the huddle rotates, and the penguin moves from edge to center, from center to edge. A slow circulation of bodies that has no beginning and no end. The egg remains, a weight on his feet, a warmth against his belly, a promise of the future that keeps him moving, keeps him alive, keeps him in the huddle when every instinct screams for flight, for escape, for the sea that lies so far away beneath the ice. The blizzard breaks, the wind drops, the sky clears, and the sun, a pale ghost of itself, returns to the world. The huddle dissolves, the penguins spreading out across the ice, shaking the snow from their feathers, preening, calling, re-establishing the boundaries of their small territories. The penguin stands alone, his feet aching, his body thin, his reserves nearly spent. But the egg is safe. The egg is warm. The egg is alive. Days become weeks. The penguin stands and waits and endures. The cold continues. The wind returns. The huddle reforms and dissolves and reforms again. The penguin does not eat, does not drink, does not move beyond the minimum required to stay in the huddle, to protect the egg, to survive. The weight drops from his body, the blubber burning, the muscles wasting. But the egg remains, and the egg is everything. Then a sound, a movement, a crack. The penguin looks down, and the egg is no longer an egg. A head emerges, wet and gray, the eyes closed, the beak gaping. A chick, newly hatched, born into the frozen cradle of the Antarctic. The penguin bends, touches the chick with his beak, a gentle, exploratory probe. The chick cheeps, a tiny sound against the vast silence, and the penguin's chest swells with a response he cannot name, cannot understand, can only feel as a warmth that has nothing to do with insulation or blubber, or the huddle of bodies against the cold. The chick nestles against his chest, tucked into the brood pouch where the egg once rested, and the penguin stands, a new weight on his feet, a new purpose in his existence. He will guard this chick, will feed it from the reserves of his own body, will keep it alive until the female returns, until the sea opens, until the long night ends and the sun returns to warm the frozen world. The colony stirs. On the horizon, a line of figures appears. The females returning from the sea, their bellies full, their bodies restored, their calls carrying across the ice as they search for their mates, their chicks, their places in the endless cycle of the frozen cradle. The penguin sees them, hears them, and for the first time in months he moves, a single step toward the sound, a single step toward the hope of relief, of food, of the sea that waits beyond the ice. But the sea is still far, and the journey is not over. The female will take the chick, will feed it, will guard it, and the male will finally make his own trek, his own desperate walk to the water, to the food that will restore him, to the torpedo-like grace that awaits beneath the ice. And for now he stands, the chick against his chest, the cold against his back, and waits. The frozen cradle holds him, holds them all, and the cycle continues, as it has for millennia, as it will for millennia to come.
Your brand has a pulse. Your story has a voice. Does your media reflect your excellence? Welcome to Vibrance Creative Services. We bridge the gap between imagination and professional reality. From cinematic corporate documentaries and high-fashion photography to precision drone inspections and event live streaming, we bring the gear, the grit, and the vision. Don't just exist in the market. Dominate it. Vibrance Creative Services. Professionalism amplified. WhatsApp us at 0750 151458.